Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, April 29th. We have all you need to know about a multi-million-dollar identity theft case in Somerset County, as well as the latest on the resignation of a Spring Township police officer.
We also have more on a group of Mississippi students who saved the day, along with sports, entertainment, weather, and an interview. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lauren Reehl.
And I'm Cassandra Hager. Spring Township Officer Stephen Kutches has been placed on administrative leave following alleged admissions of placing false information on reports regarding DUI sobriety tests. The Center County District Attorney's Office says Kutches allegedly admitted to not seeing certain impairment signs at DUI stops, but would include these details in his report to say otherwise. There are reportedly 5 cases pending involving Kutches, though 4 have already been dismissed.
One person is dead after an early morning shooting in Johnstown on Sunday. The Cambria County coroner says a 20-year-old man was shot and killed on the 600 block of Park Avenue in Moxham neighborhood. An autopsy is scheduled, and authorities say more details will be released soon. Police are still investigating, and no suspect information has been made public.
Pennsylvania Representative Timothy Bonner is looking to reform the Commonwealth's bail system. Bonner argued, quote, "There is little consistency in the setting of a bail by a judge in Pennsylvania's 67 counties." His proposal of reform would require the Pennsylvania Sentencing Commission to develop, quote, "fair and consistent bail recommendations." These recommendations would then be sent to the Pennsylvania House of Representatives for review and consideration as they make the final decision.
A $2 million identity theft and fraud scheme in Pennsylvania has led to the arrest in Somerset County. Police say 4 men used Instagram, Cash App, and cryptocurrency to steal identities and launder money, causing nearly $1.9 million in losses. The 2 suspects are facing multiple felony charges and are free on $100,000 unsecured bail. The investigation is still ongoing. What kind of weather can students expect for this week? Student meteorologist Filippo Formica is live in the studio with this week's forecast. Filippo.
Thanks, Lauren. It was a dreary day today across Pennsylvania with rain still ongoing, but we are seeing some signs of clearing. Visibility is starting to go back up at the Penn State golf courses right now, actually showing some of those lower clouds and even some evaporation after the downpour that we just had here in State College. 52 degrees with a dew point of 52 degrees as well. Our visibility up now to 2 miles, was about 1 mile just 30 minutes ago. And we can see that downpour moving through here on our radar and satellite imagery, showing those heavy downpours now moving to the east towards Williamsport and Sunbury. And we're now on the back end here in State College, which means that the rain should be ending here in about 5 minutes. But there are still a few showers on the way behind this system, and we'll showcase that here as we look out at the entirety of the Commonwealth. Those heavier showers starting to move into eastern Pennsylvania, and they really need it. Southeastern Pennsylvania in a moderate drought, and areas to the northwest aren't in the drought, actually doing quite well in terms of precipitation so far this month, but any rain is much needed this time of the year. We are still seeing some showers back towards Michigan. Those will be rolling in tomorrow, so not a complete washout, but definitely a day that you want to stay weather aware with your umbrella ready. 52 degrees here in State College, 54 in Philadelphia, 40s already on the Lake Erie and Lake Shore, and these are about 10 to 15 degrees below average this time of the year. Still quite gusty out there as well, 10 miles an hour here in State College, 17 in Pittsburgh, so behind this front that is currently moving through, still going to remain quite brisk and gusty out there. A level 1 out of 5 marginal risk in place for points west. This is fairly moot now as the storms are starting to move out, but still stay weather aware in the Pittsburgh area for some showers tonight. Let's time those all out for you. By the time we get to early Thursday morning, this is 12:15, expecting those showers to be out of the Commonwealth. Clouds will continue to hang tough tonight, though, and we are expecting some more showers to roll in for tomorrow. This is tomorrow afternoon at 1:50 p.m., expecting some isolated showers, maybe an occasional downpour, but not a complete washout like today was. Those showers will start to wind down Thursday afternoon. And by the time we get to Friday, we'll see clearing here. This is overnight Thursday night into Friday, 2:30 a.m. Friday here. We are expecting another system to move in Friday afternoon and evening. And you can see that here moving through the Ohio Valley and into southern Pennsylvania. This is 8:10 p.m. Friday. That will start to move out, but the showers don't go very far as a coastal low pressure system will start to develop here throughout the weekend. Some light showers possible on Saturday, but looking like mostly an overcast day as that storm system starts to push off. Sunday, definitely the pick of the weekend coming up before finals week. For tonight, we're expecting showers early, a low of 46 degrees, a westerly wind at 6 miles an hour. As we head into the day tomorrow, though, we are expecting conditions to continue to get better and across the Commonwealth, and that will be for some partly cloudy skies, a high of 53 degrees here in State College, 54 cloudy conditions, northwesterly wind at 14 miles an hour. So definitely a day to keep the rain jacket around, maybe just as a windbreaker. Friday, some afternoon showers. Saturday and Sunday, still in the 50s, about 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. Partly cloudy skies on Sunday, definitely the pick of the weekend there. And we're expecting more in terms of some below average conditions as we get into early next week. Lauren, back to you.
Thanks, Filippo. Now over to Frankie with the latest in sports.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm Frankie Gallagher with your sports update. Penn State women's lacrosse player Rockette Allen was named the Big Ten Freshman of the Year yesterday. Allen has earned 6 Big Ten Freshman of the Week honors through the season, scoring 45 goals and 22 assists. After losing to Michigan by 1 goal in the Big Ten tournament, Allen and the rest of the team look to the NCAA tournament, where they currently are ranked in the 5th seed. Penn State sits at 18 in the rankings, and matchups have yet to be set. Over to the Diamond, the Penn State softball team continues a dominating run through the end of their season. The team now sits at 32-17 after their most recent matchup and a high-scoring sweep against Illinois. The weekend opened with Penn State winning 6-1 on Friday. The Bats stayed hot for the Nittany Lions in Saturday and Sunday's games as they scored 10 runs in both outings. Top performers include freshman infielder Allison Onaker and freshman outfielder Brianna Hannock. The team prepares for their last series against Nebraska. The Cornhuskers boast a record of 40-6, setting the table for an exciting end to the regular season. Phillies manager Rob Thompson was fired yesterday after leading them to a 10-19 record before yesterday's game. Sitting last in the NL East, the organization cited offensive hiccups as the main struggle. General manager Dave Dombrowski said he felt the team needed a new direction. Don Mattingly will take over as the interim manager, but according to The Athletic, he is not expected to be the long-term candidate. After the conference, though, the Phillies defeated the San Francisco Giants 7-0. The team will continue the series at Citizens Bank Park tomorrow at 1:05 on NBC. The NCAA announced next year's March Madness will consist of 76 teams for both the men's and women's tournaments. Officials within the organization committees must still ratify the proposal with an official statement expected in May. This is the most recent addition since 2011, when the competition jumped from 65 to 68 teams. NCAA President Charlie Baker has been a strong advocate for this proposal since his appointment in 2022. Supporters of the changes argue this gives more access to the postseason. However, many critics have countered with the importance of the regular season and expect less in quality. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Liv Anderson has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out.
Reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Liv Anderson with your entertainment update. Penn State's annual Movin' On Music Festival is set for this Friday, May 1st at the IM Fields. The student-run event features a lineup headlined by Zara Larsson, as well as acts from The Dare, That Mexican OT, and Battle of the Bands winners Amelia and Sequoia. The free show serves as an end-of-year send-off for students. Gates open at 3:30 p.m. with performances running into the night. Attendees must be 18 or older and bring a valid Penn State or government-issued ID. If you're looking for something fun to do in State College this weekend, a trendy pop-up market is making an appearance downtown. The event Pop-Up Ave will take over South Allen Street on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Dozens of vendors from PA and beyond will be part of the vintage-style market, offering a wide range of unique finds. There will also be food, drinks, and a beer garden, creating a lively atmosphere throughout the day. Come out to support small businesses and enjoy a free event open to the public. Speaking of local events, Hannah Imler-Nicely recently had a chance to check one out. Hannah?
Thanks, Liv. This Sunday, I attended the Nittany Dance Project's Spring Showcase. Let's take a look.
The Nittany Dance Project is a student-run jazz and hip-hop dance team founded in 2021. I'm at the Hub Flex Theater where the Nittany Dance Project just had their 5th annual Spring Showcase. The showcase had 17 different dances, including their Thon Showcase and 5-year anniversary dance. All the dances were choreographed by students on the team and featured many different popular songs by artists like Fleetwood Mac, Jeff Buckley, and Kendrick Lamar.
Honestly, choreographing a dance is really about the people in it, so just taking the time to highlight all the talent you have.
Victoria Babish, graduating senior and president of Nittany Dance Project, had an emotional evening reflecting on her time with the dance team.
Just have fun. Dance is amazing. And I'm so proud of all my girls. And the next exec team is going to be the best. We're growing each and every year. Like, we're only 5 years old, so each and every year we just keep getting better. And it's just such a grateful experience.
NDP continues to grow and expand their team every year. For Penn State Network News, I'm Hannah Imler-Nicely.
If you're interested in learning more about the Nittany Dance Project and their next performance, you can find them on Instagram. Back to you, Liv.
Thanks, Hannah. The mother of popular influencer Noah Beck has been placed on administrative leave by her school district. The decision comes after a video resurfaced showing her mimicking explicit acts for a TikTok. A district spokesperson confirmed to People magazine that an internal district investigation is now underway. The developments come just weeks after Beck's sister faced allegations of an inappropriate relationship with a student. A man accused of plotting an attack at a Taylor Swift concert in Vienna has pleaded guilty during his trial yesterday. Prosecutors say the 21-year-old Austrian citizen is charged with terrorism-related offenses, including membership in a terrorist organization. Authorities say he planned to target large crowds outside the stadium using weapons and homemade explosives. The plot was stopped, but still led to the cancellation of 3 shows on Swift's Eras tour. He has been in custody since August 2024 and could face up to 20 years in prison. That is all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Piper Murray will be speaking with Charlie Stenjum, a student manager with Penn State men's hockey. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
All of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down.
When he knew that, how do you think? I know. She continues to hold her values and everything though, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, and self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Borzillo, here with Aiden Harold.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out.
Reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I'm lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State, Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State. Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Piper Murray, joined by Charlie Stencham, a student manager for Penn State men's hockey. Thank you so much for joining us, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
So my first question is, what made you want to get involved as a manager with the hockey team?
So basically, I played hockey back in Minnesota since I was about 4 years old. And growing up just in the state of hockey, you learn to I played other sports too. I played football, I played baseball, golf, hockey. But growing up in that environment, that culture, you tend to gravitate to what all your friends do. So by the time I was a senior, I definitely took hockey as my most serious sport, and we were pretty successful. And then, I went to go in for college, and I didn't know if I wanted to keep playing hockey or go in as a student manager, and Penn State just seemed like the perfect fit, so I went and did that.
And what was the process for applying for that like, and what was it like when you got it?
So funny enough, I ended up basically getting this job because I worked at this hockey camp as a goalie counselor for Minnesota hockey, and the University of Minnesota's hockey director of operations was working there, and he knew the Penn State's director of hockey operations, so I reached out, and he said he would give me a contact, and so got his contact, texted him, and got on campus, had an interview, and got my job. So.
And what did it feel like when you found out you got that job?
It's awesome. I remember I just called my mom, and because I told her in the summer, because we'd heard about getting that interview and everything, and so just being able to get the job finally, and after telling all my friends that I was going to be working for the hockey team, and that was finally just a satisfaction. So.
And what are some of your responsibilities as a student manager?
So for games, practices, so we'll start with practices. For practices, we show up to the rink every day, and there's two different types of managers. So I work in the operations side, and there's also equipment side. So for operations side, we have to show up Monday through Friday, and we basically just show up, hit record, and then we can just enjoy the facility the rest of the practice, and then we have to hit stop. But the equipment managers, they don't have to show up till later, and then they just do the laundry every day and kind of all the dirty work. But then for games, equipment managers have to get there a lot early because they have to do all the prep work, all that. But the operations guys, we get there about an hour and 30 minutes before the game, go set up all of our film stuff up in the booth. And so we're ready to track whatever we need to track during the game. And then it's just game time from there.
And what does a game day look like for you from start to finish?
So usually wake up probably around 10, but then get some breakfast, whatever, go to the rink, hour and a half early, converse with my other operations managers, so Braden and Merrick, and then we'll go up, look at the lines, make sure all the lines are set in our system so that, because we track their time on ice during the game, so it's live. So whenever a player steps on the ice, we have to click their name. Whenever they get off, we have to unclick it. So it's just like little stats, having that, we feel gives us an advantage in every game. And then during intermissions and period breaks, we go down and we can kind of go in the locker room, hear what the team has to say, what the coaches have to say. So that's pretty cool. Like, kind of feel like you're still around, like being part of the team. And then after the game, just do all the post-game work, watch over the film, and then get ready for the next team. So.
And you already mentioned you played hockey. You actually won a state title your senior year in the state of hockey. That's pretty cool. How does your background as a hockey player help you in this role?
Yeah, that's a great question. So with the work I do, it's a lot of film watching. And growing up, I played goalie in high school. So you're kind of a backseat driver when you're playing the position. You get to see all the plays develop in front of you. You get to see odd man rushes come towards you. You get to see your defense break it out. So I think I just had like an eye for it, for playing the position for 11 years. And now I get to be up in the box, which is above ice level, and you get to watch the play develop from up there. And it kind of just feels like I'm back in net. So I feel like just being around the game for so long and being in those high pressure situations where our state tournament was played in front of 20,000 people, like it kind of sets you up for these situations, and I know what I'm looking for.
And do you have a favorite memory so far from your first year being with the team?
Honestly, I just like traveling with them. It's always a great time. I was fortunate enough to go to, I think, 4 or 5 trips this year. So got to go back to my home state over Thanksgiving, played Minnesota, went to Wisconsin, Michigan twice, and then went to Albany for the regional. So yeah, all of them are just fun. Like, you get to be around like the boys, the team, and they're all so like caring, and like they'll welcome you with open arms. So we got a really good program.
And how has your role shaped your goals for the future, your career goals, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So I actually replaced someone from last year who's now currently working for the Buffalo Sabres in that organization. So I thought that was pretty cool to walk into. And coming into this season, I didn't really have an interest of like pursuing a job in hockey operations or a hockey affiliated job. But after this year, I think it's definitely a door that's creaking open and something I'm looking into.
Yeah. And have you had any major challenges in your role or something that you've learned along the way?
Yeah, you just got to be extra prepared. So me and my operations guys, we had some points in our season. Like, you kind of just have to be on top of things. Like, our boss, George, he's a great boss, even better person, but he has so many things that he has to manage. And so he has us 3 there to make sure that those things are done. And if we don't do the preparation before it and time management, stuff like that, then blame goes to him, which then gets brought to us. So early on in the season, we struggled with the time management and the crunching in our work. But as the season went on, we figured out our groove and went on from there.
And you mentioned being able to go to playoffs. Obviously not the outcome we hoped for, but what was that atmosphere like? Yeah,
it was cool. Never been to Albany, New York before. Had some good pizza, but yeah, the atmosphere was cool. I know there's a lot of debate that the regional and hockey should be at like the higher seeds stadium, just because they kind of put in random neutral sites. So the stadium's not necessarily as packed as you'd hope, but the intensity is there. Like, you can feel it's a high pressure game. And that game versus Duluth, like, it was like some of the best hockey I've ever watched. It's just back and forth, and obviously they got the upper hand that game, but I mean, it was a good way to end the season on a great season.
Charlie, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And coming up, we have Cassie and Lauren with the latest news from across the nation.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Forzillo, here with Aiden Harrell.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So insane, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out.
Reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News. The remains of University of South Florida doctoral student Zamil Limon were found on a bridge over Tampa Bay Friday morning. Both Limon and his girlfriend, Zaida Bristi, were reported missing on April 16th. The police are still actively searching for Bristi. Limon's roommate, Hisham Saleh Abu Gharbia, is the prime suspect in their disappearance and has since been taken into custody on preliminary charges that include unlawfully moving a dead body, failure to report a death, tampering with evidence, false imprisonment, and battery. 5 middle school students in Mississippi are being called heroes after stopping a school bus from crashing. Police say the driver passed out during an asthma attack on the bus full of about 40 kids. One student took control of the wheel while another pressed the brakes, and others called 911 and helped administer the driver's medication. The bus was brought to a safe stop, and the driver has fully recovered. The students are now being honored for their quick actions. Just after its takeoff from Crystal Airport north of Minneapolis on Saturday, a small plane crashed, resulting in the deaths of North Dakota state legislator and the plane's pilot. The North Dakota Democratic Nonpartisan League Party confirmed State Rep Liz Conmey's death via social media posts, calling Conmey a champion of public education, the environment, and transparency. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed that only 2 people were aboard, both having been killed in the crash. A police officer was killed and another was critically injured after a shooting at Chicago Hospital. Police say a man in custody pulled a gun and opened fire while being treated at Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital. The suspect fled the building but was later taken into custody and a weapon was recovered. The hospital was locked down and officials say patients and staff are safe. Investigators are still working to determine exactly what happened. Now, over to Emma Goldkoff with the latest in international news.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm Emma Goldkoff with your international news update. Effective May 1st, the United Arab Emirates is leaving the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. The organization has 12 member countries, primarily located in the Middle East, Africa, and South America, and it accounts for roughly 40% of the world's crude production. The UAE's withdrawal has been rumored for a while, with production quotas from the OPEC not allowing the UAE to sell as much oil as it wanted to. But the move won't have any immediate effects because oil supplies are already strained by the war in Iran. Now in the U.S., King Charles is here for a state visit and addressed a joint session of Congress last night. He highlighted the historical and cultural ties between the United States and the United Kingdom, speaking in positive tones. But Charles urged the U.S. to stay collaborative and engaged in foreign affairs, touching on the Russia-Ukraine war and President Trump's strained relationship with NATO. The king's visit spans across 4 days, hosted by President Trump, with tour stops scheduled in New York City and Virginia. That's all for your international news update. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emma. Before we sign off from tonight's show, we would like to thank our graduating senior producers, Gabby, Danielle, and Anna, for all their hard work they've poured into PSN News over the past 2 years. We will miss them dearly. Now that concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.